Good morning to everyone. Today we are discuss about the basic PLSQL programs. So this is coming under module 3. Okay. So first, what is meant by PLSQL? What is the abbreviation of PLSQL? Procedural language slash structured query language. Why we can taken up this procedural language? Whether you have to work with structured query language commands. What are the commands regarding to structured query language? DDL, DML, TCL, and DCL. So now we want to write a program by using some procedural language regarding with SQL combination. Okay, so this is a powerful tool that combines SQL querying ability with the added bonus of programming features. So what are the features it can be add? Okay, what is the basic syntax of PLSQL programs? So just you have to see here. Just you have to see here. First statement is declare. So why we are taking as declare as a first statement means in every programming language we have to declare variables or initializing variables. After that you can use that in programming. Okay. So what is our next section? Begin. Begin is nothing but you have to write an executable statements within this section. Okay. So exception means it is the last section for every programming language. If there is an error in a programming language that can be catch up by using exception keywords, here we have to write the code for regarding for exception handling statements. So all of you understand what are the three basic statements in programming language. Declare is the first part, begin is the second part, exception is the third part. Every program end with end statements, end semicolon. So why we have to write here slash? Slash is nothing but for using execution. Execution purpose only we have to write this manner. Okay. So declare is used for declaration statements. Begin is used for to write executable statement. Exception is used for exceptional handling statements. So then go for the description of each means you already know because the declaration section is coming under optional. Why we have to coming under optional? If is there no variable you have to use in the executional part, so there is no need of declaration section. But begin section is compulsory because it is mandatory section and is the section where the programming logic is written to perform any task. Okay, it may contain loops or conditional statements or any SQL statements from the part of execution section. An exception section is also an optional section. Why? If there is any errors in the program can be handled, so that only we have to prefer this. Otherwise, we don't want to write exception section. Okay, whenever you start Oracle SQL, PLSQL, at that time you must have to write set server output on because what? So if we have to write a program by using PLSQL into Oracle engine, so we always require to get server output results and display it into the screen. Otherwise, result can't be displayed. It is executed, but result can't be displayed without using set server output on statement. Okay, so the syntax of set this statement is nothing but here set space server output. Server output is a single word you have to use. There is no spaces for server output space on. Okay, so the next thing here. So coming to one example program, write a PLSQL program to find the given numbers is even or odd. So it is the same program meaning as in C program or Python programming. So what is our programming to find the given number is odd number or even number? How we have to calculate this? So in this programming style we are taking what is our task, we are taking one number and calculate mod for that number. If it is equals to 0 then it is even number. If it is equals to odd, I mean if it is not equals to 0 then it is coming into odd number. That is the simple task. So then how we have to write it in PLSQL? So we already know what declaration section, begin section and end section If there is any errors can maybe rise in begin section, then we have to go for exception section. Otherwise, we get ignored for that section. Okay. In declare section, how many variables have to be declared? Only one number, because we have to take only one number as input, right? So how we have to declare means, first we have to write variable name. Next, we have to write data type. In C programming language, we write data type first. After that, we have to write variable name. But in SQL prompt, so we have to write first variable name, after that data type. Okay. So n number, it is a simple declaration, but we have to read, right? We have to read from the keyboards. That's why we are giving address of n, means it will ask what? Enter n value. When we have to represent address of n, then only it will ask enter n value, it will ask. Okay. So instead of equal to, here we have to write colon equals to. That is the representation of equal to in PLSQL comparing to remaining languages. Okay. So declare n number equals to address of n. So coming to begin section part, here you have to write executable statements like, so if mod of n comma 2 equals to 0, then means what here? No need of braces you are using. Here only you have to follow some syntax, right? Okay. If mod of n comma 2 means you have to calculate modulo division for given number with 2. If it is equals to 0, then in C programming language, we have to write printf. So in DBMS, we have to write the special statement for printing purpose is nothing but here DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line. This is the printf statement like in C programming language. Okay. Within braces, you have to print what value? N is even number, right? So n is here variable, right? So you have to differentiate variable with the content by using OR statement, double OR statement. Here you have to use OR statement. Okay, n or single quotes, you have to write the content is even number. Else DBMS output dot put underscore line n is odd number. Every if statement can be end with end if, space with end if. Okay. So begin can be end with end semicolon and slash. So what is the output? Can you guess? Anyone? What is the output? First thing, it will ask the number and then it will print the output. Okay. So here you have to observe the outputs. What it will ask? Enter value for n. It will read 5 is odd number. That is, this is the output. Okay. So after getting output, then PLSQL procedure successfully completed. This execution can become only whenever you have to put set server output on. Otherwise, it will not came. Okay, 5 is odd number is not came. Okay, so if you have to enter number 8, so 8 is an even number, right? PLSQL procedure successfully completed. Go for second example. Write a PLSQL program, factorial of a given number, right? So what is the need of, I mean, how many variables are to be declared and what are the executable statements has to be there. So how to calculate factorial? First you have to initialize two numbers like I number, I I is a variable name, number is a data type, that is equals to 1. F is a variable and number is a data type for F is a 1. If it is integer, if it is float, then those two purposes you have to give only number data type. Okay. So here observe the variable name and number is a data type. If it is integer, if it is float, then So, and read one number, n value means what factorial number you want to know, that can be given for n. Okay. So here how to write a program for I in one dot dot n means you have to give the range after in statement. This is the syntax for if not if, sorry, for loop. For variable name in, you have to give the range. I can be starts from 1 up to n, it has to be taken the values. And loop means for is coming under loop, right? So that's why we are using keyword as loop. Every loop can be end with end loop. Okay. So you are calculating f value by using this statement. Here you have to observe f colon equals to f star I means what here? First it will take what? I value as 1. What is the initial value of f? 1. 1 star 1 equals to 1. So next what will be increased? 2 means 2 has to be taken. 2 star 1 equals to 2. So already it has to be taken to f equals to 2. So next I equals to 3. 2 into 3 equals to 6. That value can be assigned to f. Up to n you have to take. Because if you want to give 3, so it will take as 3. 6 into 3 means 12. So like this. Sorry, 18. Okay. That should be calculated like this. Final output can be erased after ending loop, but before end of the execution statements. Only you have to write dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. The factorial of given number is f. The final output can be came from f. F can be calculated by using this statement in the loop. Are you understand factorial? If you not understand, then you have to put a message in the chat box. Then only I can confirm. So whether you are understanding or not, if you have any doubts, please ask me in the chat box. So here observe the output. Enter value for n equals to 5. The factorial of 5 is 120. So how we calculate the factorial? So by using this statement, okay, how we have to calculate it? Just here you have to observe one thing. In this statement you have to observe first f equals to 1 means 1. So next star. So what is our I value at initial 1? It has to be calculated as 1. Okay. So next f value. F value we have to taken as 1. It will taken I can be increased. I can be increased by using this. So next it will be calculated as 2. 2 ones are 2. This is f value, final f value. We have to take f value as here like this way. Okay. So then you have to I can be increased as 3 equals to 6. Okay. So next 6 can be taken as input and I can be increased as 4 because our number is 5, right? So next you have to calculate as 6. 6 4 are 24. So next you have to take in as input as 24. Here we have to take and next 5. So our target number is 5, right? Up to 5 it has to be taken. After that it will exit from the loop. So 24 into 5 equals to 120. So this is the final output for the factorial of 5. Because what? 5 is our given number. So up to given number it has to be calculated. So this is I value and this is F value. So if you have any doubts, please ask me for the factorial, how it will execute. Each and every step I have to be explained here. Are you understand? So we'll go for next program. So wait. Yeah, we have to clear here. Annotations are clear. Clear all drawings. Okay, done. So then go for triggers. Before going for triggers, how we have to execute in our SQL prompt for the basic PLSQL. Just you have to see within practical. Then in next class we go for triggers. Okay. See this. This is the program in our right. So go for SQL prompt first thing. Are you observed run SQL prompt? So now you have to connect your system by using connect statement. Connect system slash. Okay, connect the spelling is wrong, right? So here, before going to execute anything by using PLSQL prompt, now you have to enable for set server output on, right? Set server output is a single word, space on. Okay. Now you have to write program for even or odd, right? So we have to take that program by using in notepad also. You have to write it, you have to write the program in notepad that has to be copied here. Okay, so no problem. Copy, wait, paste by using edit, paste. Okay, so it will ask what, because here we have to paste this program for regarding even or odd you have to calculate. It will ask what, enter value for n. Why it will ask immediately? Because we are writing slash for execution already. Okay, enter value for n like 7. So what is the output here? 7 is an odd number, so that is the output. So here is the execution output. Okay, so now you have to write what, for the same program you have to execute again. Then you have to use slash symbol for that. Enter value for n 8. So what is 8 value? 8 is even number. So this is an example for even or odd number in PLSQL programs, and how you have to execute this program like this way. Okay, you write the program in notepad, and after that you have to paste by using like this, right click like this on prompt. So here go for edit option, like paste option needed for this. Okay, so then you have to execute another program like what, factorial program. it will ask what enter n value, but because we are reading only one value, right? So here you have to give one value for 5. So the output, the factorial of 5 is 20. Okay. So next, the same thing you have to execute like this 3. So then it will ask. Okay. So if you want to see the every step within that, you have to write here only. Declare first, read next I number, f number, next n number, next begin section, next for I value, next for loop value, next go for. So here you have to write a program what dvms underscore output dot put underscore line. So here what is f value and how we have to calculate this step. So for each and every section, what is the value of f, you have to know. Okay. F value f. Okay. Semicolon. End loop. Next output. Next end for the begin section. Next slash for execution. Next you have to give 5 value. So here you have to observe what is first f value 1. Next f value is 2 because 2 into 1 equals to 2. Next 2 into 3 equals to 6. Next 6 into 4 equals to 24. 24 into 5 equals to 120. Like that way factorial has to be found. The final output has to be taken as f. After end loop only you have to be printed. Like this way you have to write any external statement in this SQL prompt. Okay. Or you understand how we have to execute programs in PLSQL programs in SQL prompt. So what is the way? If you have any doubts, you can ask. So now you have to see one example without declaration section, how we have to execute PLSQL program. Here only I have to type right begin dbms underscore output dot put underscore line single quotes welcome to civil B. Okay. So here and so it is not taking as an execution. Here you have to observe without slash it won't be exit from the program, right? So if you give slash, then it will display output. Welcome to civil B, like this only. Okay. So if you see in any error in the program, then how to see? Okay. Here you have to observe not enter semicolon for this. Next you have to enter what? End statement execution. So here you have to get one error like what here? Encounter the symbol and when expecting one of the following semicolon or the symbols semicolon was substituted for end to continue. Means one error will be there. So which line you have to enter error that can be shown by using show errors. Show errors, no errors. You have to put errors, right? Show errors. No errors. So in our program having one error, right? So like this way you have to give double semicolon. It will ask what? The symbol exit was substituted for semicolon to continue. Are you observe the errors? Quoted string not properly terminated because we are giving quoted an extra thing. So that's why it will raise one error, one type of error, right? Okay. So these programs are not stored because we are not giving a name to this programs. Okay. Just for statement as commit for a regular purpose to save the contents. Okay. So tomorrow I'll discuss about triggers concept. Okay. If you have any doubts, please ask me in the chat box. Thanks for listening.